Japan, land of glowing cities, land of sacred mountains, land of traditions and mystery. A land where the past whispers through ancient shrines, where nature and human ingenuity exist in perfect harmony, and where every season paints a new masterpiece on the landscape. More than 100,000 cherry trees burst into bloom every spring, draping the country in a soft pink veil, as if time itself slows to admire their beauty. Petals drift through the air, carried by the gentle spring breeze, settling on temple rooftops and the tranquil waters of Kyoto's canals. In every corner of Japan, more than 1,000 Zen gardens are tended with meditative precision, each grain of sand carefully raked into mesmerizing patterns, each stone placed with intention, reflecting centuries of mindfulness and balance. 160,000 temples stand as guardians of ancient wisdom, preserving the echoes of prayers and chants that have resonated through the centuries. Lanterns flicker in the twilight, casting a warm glow on wooden beams that have withstood time itself. Welcome to Japan. A place where the sacred and the modern intertwine, where skyscrapers reach for the heavens. Yet the hum of the city is punctuated by the soft clang of temple bells, where bullet trains glide effortlessly across the landscape. But every bow, every cup of tea, carries with it a reverence for history and ritual. Our journey begins in the eternal snows of Hokkaido, Japan's northernmost island, where winter transforms the land into an Arctic wonderland. The silence is absolute, broken only by the soft crunch of footsteps on freshly fallen snow or the distant howl of the wind sweeping through the mountains. But here, amidst the frozen landscape, there is warmth. The steam rises from natural hot springs, onsen, where bathers sink into mineral-rich waters, seeking refuge from the winter chill. Snowflakes melt the moment they touch the surface, and red-faced macaques lounge in the steaming pools, their eyes half closed in contentment. Moving southward, the scenery shifts as we pass through landscapes that change with the rhythm of time. Japan's seasons are more than just four. They are a delicate dance of six. Spring arrives with a quiet explosion of cherry blossoms, celebrated by hanami gatherings beneath the trees, where laughter and sake flow as petals drift into cups like soft whispers of renewal. Then comes the rainy season too, a time of mist and moisture, when the air is thick with the scent of damp earth, and temple roofs glisten under a gentle drizzle. It is a season of patience, a season of waiting, as nature replenishes itself before the summer sun emerges in full force. As summer reaches its peak, fireworks paint the night sky in bursts of gold and crimson, and festivals erupt in vibrant displays of dance and music. Lanterns float down rivers, carrying wishes to the spirits of ancestors, their soft glow reflecting in the rippling water. Then, the first whispers of autumn arrive, shokabai, a fleeting moment when the air turns crisp and the maple leaves begin their slow transformation. Shades of amber and scarlet cascade through the forests, creating a fiery spectacle that rivals even the cherry blossoms of spring. Finally, winter descends, blanketing the landscape in white once more. But before it fully takes hold, there is one last transition, a quiet hush before the frost settles, a moment where the last leaves drift from the trees and the world prepares for the stillness ahead. This is Japan, a land of harmony, where nature and tradition weave an intricate tapestry of beauty, resilience, and wonder. And our journey has only just begun. As we soar over Japan's main islands, a breathtaking spectacle unfolds beneath us. Despite its global reputation as a land of futuristic metropolises, 70% of Japan remains an untamed realm of dense forests, rolling hills, and towering mountains. Civilization thrives in just 30% of the land, where cities pulse with innovation, efficiency, and the relentless energy of progress. Here, on the volatile Pacific Ring of Fire, nature continues to shape the land. More than 100 active volcanoes stand as silent sentinels, their presence a constant reminder of the raw power beneath. Over 1,500 earthquakes shake Japan each year, a humbling testament to the ever-changing forces that have sculpted its islands for millennia. But it is in the details that Japan's magic truly reveals itself. Take, for example, the country's legendary trains, the Shinkansen, or bullet trains, renowned for their almost supernatural precision. A delay of 54 seconds is considered a failure, and a train arriving 30 seconds ahead of schedule warrants a formal apology. This is a nation where efficiency meets artistry, where engineering blends with grace. And yet, even in the midst of high-speed rail and neon-lit cityscapes, Japan remains deeply connected to its past. Shinto shrines and Buddhist temples, weathered by time, yet eternally sacred, stand alongside steel and glass skyscrapers. Two ancient faiths, woven seamlessly into the rhythm of daily life, continue to guide the hearts and minds of the people. Beyond its cities, Japan holds some of the planet's most curious and enchanting stories. On the island of Okinawa, hundreds of wild rabbits hop freely, transforming the land into a living fairy tale. Not far away, the tiny island of Aoshima belongs not to humans, but to cats, who outnumber people by a staggering margin, ruling their own independent feline kingdom. Japan is a land of paradoxes, where past and future intertwine effortlessly. It is home to three distinct writing systems: hiragana, katakana, and kanji, all used harmoniously within a single sentence. It is a place where meticulous formality dictates even the simple act of bowing, yet where playfulness and creativity shine through in every aspect of culture. This is also the land of the world's oldest continuous monarchy. The emperor, the last remaining ruler to hold this ancient title, serves as a bridge between history and the future, embodying the spirit of a nation that reveres its past while embracing modernity. Perhaps Japan's greatest mystery lies in the remarkable longevity of its people. Women here hold the world record for lifespan, living an average of 87 years, while men closely follow at 81. Could the secret be hidden in the delicate balance of their lifestyle? Or perhaps in their cuisine, so extraordinary that it has been recognized as a UNESCO heritage treasure? Three dishes stand as symbols of Japanese gastronomy: sushi, the delicate art of fresh seafood and rice; ramen, the warm, rich embrace of noodles and fragrant broth; and unagi, grilled eel, a dish treasured for its deep flavors and nutritional power. This is Japan, a land where volcanoes forge the terrain and seasons paint time with colors unseen anywhere else. A place where ancient deities whisper their stories through vermilion torii gates, guiding travelers between worlds seen and unseen. This is the tale of an ancient land, ever-evolving, yet eternally mysterious. And from here, our journey begins, through the most extraordinary places this nation has to offer. Tokyo, a vast ocean of steel and glass, rising endlessly toward the sky. A city that never stops moving, breathing to the rhythm of 37 million people. It is a metropolis of contrasts, where ancient shrines hide in the shadows of towering skyscrapers, and where the hum of technology is softened by the rustle of cherry blossoms in the wind. At its heart lies Shibuya, a district that pulses with energy like a beating heart. The famous Shibuya crossing is a spectacle of movement and precision, where thousands of pedestrians surge forward in perfect synchronization every 120 seconds. It is a dance of modern life, a symbol of Tokyo's unrelenting dynamism. As dawn breaks, the city's rhythm shifts. The Toyosu Fish Market awakens, its cavernous halls filled with the sounds of merchants calling out the day's best catches. Expert hands wield knives with the precision of samurai swords, slicing through massive bluefin tuna in a ritual that has remained unchanged for centuries. The scent of the sea mingles with the rich aroma of freshly cooked rice wafting from the nearby sushi stalls, where chefs perfect their craft before the first customers arrive. Beyond the market, among the neon and steel, stands an island of serenity, Sensoji Temple, Tokyo's oldest and most revered Buddhist sanctuary. Its presence is a quiet defiance against time. The scent of incense spirals into the sky as visitors pass through the towering red Kemenariman Gate, pausing to cleanse their hands at the purification fountain. The great bronze bell tolls, marking time in a city that seems to have none to spare. As the sun sets, Tokyo transforms into a living, breathing, bioluminescent organism. The streets of Akihabara, the famed electronics and gaming district, become a dazzling symphony of neon and LED screens. Every storefront, every billboard, every arcade pulses with energy, drawing gamers, tech enthusiasts, and anime lovers into a world of limitless imagination. Just a few kilometers away, the mood shifts dramatically. The narrow, nostalgic alleys of Shimikitazawa are a time capsule of old Japan, where vintage record stores, tiny jazz clubs, and secondhand bookstores offer a quiet retreat from the city's relentless pace. Here, creativity thrives, and the echoes of the past blend seamlessly with Tokyo's ever-evolving present. Further south, in the waterfront district of Odaiba, the city's futuristic side comes to life. The Rainbow Bridge stretches across the bay, its lights shimmering in the water below like an artificial constellation. From here, the skyline unfolds in a breathtaking panorama. Tokyo Tower glowing in warm hues, the sleek silhouette of Skytree piercing the night, and the soft glow of windows from high-rise apartments, each one a tiny fragment of a million different lives. Tokyo is a city of endless layers, a place where the past and future coexist in a delicate balance. Where vending machines dispense everything from steaming bowls of ramen to handmade poetry. Where the bullet trains arrive with a precision measured in seconds. Yet a single moment beneath a blooming cherry tree can feel like eternity. This is Tokyo, chaotic yet serene, futuristic yet deeply rooted in tradition. A city that never truly sleeps, yet always dreams. Kyoto, a city where time does not simply pass, it lingers. Here, in the heart of Japan, the old world remains untouched, woven into the fabric of daily life. With approximately 1,600 temples, Kyoto is a sanctuary of serenity, where history is preserved not only in stone, but in every whispered prayer, every rustling leaf, and every silent moment of reflection. At Ryoan-ji, one of Japan's most famous Zen gardens, 15 stones emerge from a sea of meticulously raked gravel. Each day, monks sweep their wooden rakes across the sand, drawing gentle waves that will remain undisturbed until the next morning. It is a practice of discipline, patience, and mindfulness, a reminder that perfection is found not in permanence, but in the act of creation itself. As dawn breaks, Kyoto stirs to life in the soft glow of the rising sun. In the narrow alleys of Gion, the past steps into the present. Maiko, apprentice geisha, glide through the streets, their silk kimonos woven with exquisite detail, their movements a reflection of centuries-old grace. Each step they take is part of an unbroken tradition, a world where art, music, and conversation are mastered through years of dedication. Beyond the bustling tea houses, time moves to a different rhythm. Here, life is measured not in hours, but in the slow boil of water, in the delicate unfolding of tea leaves. The art of tea is not just a drink, but a philosophy, one of harmony, respect, purity, and tranquility. A short journey away, the golden pavilion of Kinkakuji stands resplendent against the morning sky. Every morning, sunlight kisses its golden exterior, transforming the surrounding pond into a mirror of shimmering gold. Beneath the surface, koi carp glide effortlessly through the water, their movements reflecting the elegance of the temple itself. Each of Kinkakuji's 3 levels tells a different story, an evolution of Japanese architecture, from the Shinden style of the Heian period to the samurai-inspired designs of the Edo era. Further south, the sacred paths of Fushimi Inari weave through the foothills of Kyoto. Thousands of vermilion torii gates stand in endless succession, forming tunnels that climb the mountain in quiet reverence. Each gate is inscribed with the wishes of those who have come before, prayers for prosperity, health, and guidance. As the wind passes through, the whispers of the past seem to echo through the wooden beams. Kyoto transforms with the seasons, each one painting the city in a different light. But April is undoubtedly its most magical time. The cherry blossoms awaken, their delicate pink petals cascading like soft snow, dusting temple rooftops, rivers, and cobbled streets. The air is filled with a quiet reverence as people gather beneath the sakura, partaking in hanami, flower-viewing celebrations that have existed for centuries. For a fleeting moment, Kyoto becomes a dream, a place suspended between reality and a world of poetry. This is Kyoto, a city that does not simply preserve the past but lives within it. A place where tradition is not a relic, but a heartbeat, steady and unwavering, carrying the spirit of Japan through the ages. Hiroshima, a city where the past and present exist side by side, where memories of tragedy are woven into the fabric of resilience and renewal. The Oda River flows through the heart of Hiroshima, dividing into 7 branches that cradle the city like protective arms. Its waters have carried sorrow and hope in equal measure, bearing witness to the moment that forever altered the course of history. Standing silently against the sky is the Jinbaku Dome, the skeletal remains of the Hiroshima Prefectural Industrial Promotion Hall. Once a symbol of progress, it became an eternal monument to remembrance after August 6, 1945. The blast that shook the world left this structure standing in defiance, its charred walls echoing the stories of those who lived and those who were lost. Today, it remains untouched, preserved as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. Nearby, the Hiroshima Peace Memorial Park offers a solemn space for reflection. Here, the peace flame has burned uninterrupted since 1964, a silent vow that it will not be extinguished until the last nuclear weapon on Earth has vanished. The flame flickers gently in the breeze, a beacon of hope for a future free from destruction. A short distance away, thousands of vibrant paper cranes drape the Sadako Memorial, their delicate folds carrying wishes for peace. Inspired by the story of Sadako Sasaki, a young girl who folded over 1,000 cranes in a wish to heal, these origami creations arrive from children around the world, forming a colorful testament to the power of unity and remembrance. When the wind moves through them, they seem to rustle softly, as if whispering their message across generations. The peace bell stands nearby, its deep chime resonating beyond the park's boundaries. Each toll is a plea for peace, a sound that ripples across time and space, reminding all who hear it of the enduring hope that emerged from Hiroshima's darkest moment. But Hiroshima is not a city trapped in the past. Beyond the solemn memorials, life pulses through its streets, a testament to its remarkable recovery. Modern skyscrapers reflect the sunlight, bustling shopping districts hum with energy, and the people of Hiroshima move forward with unwavering determination. At the heart of the city's vibrant culture is its most beloved dish, okonomiyaki. In small, lively restaurants, chefs prepare this savory pancake in the Hiroshima style, layering fresh cabbage, noodles, and rich sauces on hot griddles. The sizzle of the batter and the rhythmic chopping of ingredients fill the air, telling a story not just of food, but of endurance, of tradition, and of a city that refused to surrender. Hiroshima is more than its history. It is a place of renewal, of remembrance, and above all, of hope. From the quiet ripples of the Oda River to the laughter in the city's bustling markets, it is a living testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the enduring power of peace. Miyajima, a sacred island where time slows, where the mountains and sea whisper stories of the past, and where the boundary between the physical and spiritual worlds seems to blur. Just a short 45-minute ferry ride from Hiroshima, Miyajima emerges from the Seto inland sea like a vision from an ancient painting. A place untouched by time, a sanctuary of nature, faith, and tranquility. At the heart of the island stands the magnificent Torii Gate of Itsukushima Shrine, a vermilion passage between two realms. During high tide, the gate appears to float upon the water, its reflection shimmering like a mirage. It is a sight that has mesmerized travelers for centuries, a symbol of the divine connection between land and sea. As the tide recedes, the seabed reveals itself, allowing visitors to walk beneath the towering structure, touching its ancient pillars, feeling the weight of history beneath their feet. The shrine itself is an architectural masterpiece, built on stilts over the water. It has stood here for over 800 years, surviving the tests of time and nature. Its corridors, lined with glowing lanterns, exude a quiet reverence, while the gentle lapping of waves beneath the wooden floorboards creates a soothing, rhythmic melody. Roaming freely through the island's forests and pathways are the sacred deer of Miyajima, believed to be messengers of the gods. They wander among visitors with a quiet dignity, unafraid and at peace, adding to the island's ethereal charm. In Shinto belief, these creatures are protectors of sacred spaces, and on Miyajima, their presence feels like a link between the ancient and the present. Towering above the island, Mount Misin watches over Miyajima as it has for centuries. Its dense forests remain nearly unchanged from how they were over 1,000 years ago, a living relic of Japan's natural beauty. Here, among the ancient trees, stand temples that have endured for over 1,200 years, including the revered Ryukado Hall, home to the eternal flame, a fire that has burned continuously for more than 1,200 years and was even used to light the peace flame in Hiroshima. The climb to Mount Misin's peak is a journey through time itself. Moss-covered stone paths wind through dense foliage, past hidden shrines, and over wooden bridges where water trickles like whispered secrets. At the summit, the reward is breathtaking, a panoramic view of the Seto inland sea, where scattered islands appear like stepping stones in an endless expanse of blue. As the sun begins its descent, Miyajima takes on an entirely new character. The golden light bathes the island in warmth, casting long shadows across the shrine and turning the Torii Gate into a silhouette against the setting sun. The last ferries depart, taking the day's visitors back to the mainland, and a quiet stillness settles over the island. With the tourists gone, Miyajima reverts to its primordial state. The sound of human footsteps fades, replaced by the rustling of leaves, the rhythmic crashing of waves against the shore, and the distant cries of seabirds gliding over the water. The Torii Gate stands resolute against the darkening sky, its presence eternal, its meaning unchanged. This is Miyajima, an island where the spiritual and natural worlds exist in harmony, where every ripple in the water and every whisper in the wind carries a story waiting to be heard. Mount Fuji, an icon of Japan, an eternal sentinel standing 3,776 meters tall, its snow-capped peak piercing the sky. A mountain both revered and feared, a symbol of beauty and power, a muse for poets and artists across generations. At its feet, 5 shimmering lakes encircle this sacred giant, each offering a different perspective of its grandeur. Together, they create a masterpiece of nature, a living canvas that transforms with the seasons, mirroring the ever-changing beauty of the mountain itself. Lake Kawaguchiko, the most famous of the 5, is a place where time slows. In spring, delicate cherry blossoms frame the water's edge, their soft pink petals drifting across the surface like whispers from the past. In autumn, Maple trees ignite the shoreline in fiery shades of crimson and gold, setting the lake ablaze with color. The reflection of Fuji in the still waters is a sight that has inspired countless works of art, an image of perfect harmony between earth and sky. To the east, Lake Yamanakako, the largest of the five, holds a different kind of magic. Here, local fishermen rise with the sun, casting their nets with the same ancestral techniques used for generations. The lake's waters are rich with life, and in the early morning, the sound of rippling waves blends with the distant calls of waterfowl gliding across its surface. On clear days, Fuji stands reflected in the lake like a guardian, watching over those who make their livelihood from its waters. Lake Saiko, often overlooked, hides a secret beneath its quiet surface. Nearby, ancient ice caves stretch into the earth, their frozen stalactites untouched by the passing seasons. Even in the heat of summer, the air within these caverns remains bitterly cold, preserving a world that exists outside of time. The smallest of the five, Lake Shojiko, offers an ethereal experience. In the early hours of the morning, thick mist rises from the water, creating a dreamlike landscape. As the first rays of sunlight pierce through the fog, light and shadow dance across the surface, casting Mount Fuji in a mystical glow. It is a fleeting spectacle, one that vanishes as quickly as it appears, leaving behind only the quiet hush of nature. And then, there is Lake Motosuko, the deepest and most mysterious of them all. Its waters are a rich sapphire blue, holding secrets in their depths. This lake is immortalized on the 1,000 yen banknote, a tribute to the breathtaking view it provides. Here, the reflection of Mount Fuji is so clear, so precise, that it feels almost like another world, a parallel universe where the mountain floats between reality and illusion. Yet at the center of it all, Mount Fuji itself stands in quiet majesty. Though it has slept for over 300 years, its presence is a constant reminder of nature's power. For centuries, pilgrims have ascended its slopes, seeking enlightenment in its sacred heights. Even today, thousands make the journey each summer, climbing through the night so they can stand at the summit and witness the first light of dawn, a moment known as Gareiko, the coming of the sun. Mount Fuji is more than a mountain. It is a guardian, a symbol of endurance, a bridge between the heavens and the earth. And though its peak is often shrouded in clouds, its spirit is ever present, watching over Japan as it has done for centuries. Osaka, a city of rhythm, flavor, and history. Japan's third largest city may not have the political prestige of Tokyo or the ancient temples of Kyoto, but its true soul lies in its energy, its people, and above all, its food. Osaka is a place where every meal tells a story, where laughter spills from lively izakayas, and where the streets are filled with the scent of sizzling delicacies being prepared with the skill and passion of generations. At the heart of this culinary paradise is the Dotonbori district. Built around an ancient commercial canal, it has long been the beating heart of Osaka, a city where commerce and culture have been intertwined for centuries. Today, it is an electrified wonderland of neon billboards, bustling walkways, and a never-ending stream of people searching for the next unforgettable bite. At night, Dotonbori comes alive. The giant mechanical crab of Kani Dorako waves its claws over the crowd. The Glico running man glows brightly above the river, and hundreds of signs compete for attention in a dazzling display of light and color. Below, the canal reflects the city's vibrancy, shimmering as boats drift lazily through the water. The true magic, however, is found in the food. Street vendors and restaurants line the district, each offering their own take on Osaka's most beloved dishes. Takoyaki, crispy on the outside, soft on the inside. These octopus-filled dumplings are a staple of Osaka's street food culture. Cooked on special griddles, the batter is flipped expertly with metal picks, creating perfectly round, golden balls that are then topped with savory sauce, bonito flakes, and Japanese mayonnaise. Watching the vendors work is mesmerizing, their hands moving with lightning speed, never missing a beat. Then there is okonomiyaki, often called Japan's savory pancake or even Japanese pizza. But in Osaka, it is something more. Each family has its own secret recipe, passed down like an heirloom. Flour, cabbage, eggs, and a variety of ingredients, seafood, pork, or cheese, are mixed together and grilled to perfection. The final touch? A generous drizzle of sauce and a sprinkle of dried seaweed, elevating this humble dish into a work of culinary art. Osaka, however, is not just about food. Its skyline is a blend of modern high-rises and ancient structures, and at its core stands a fortress from another era, Osaka Castle. Towering above the city, this 500-year-old fortress has witnessed the rise and fall of empires. Its massive stone walls and golden rooftops tell stories of feudal battles, ambition, and resilience. Today, it is surrounded by lush gardens that bloom with cherry blossoms in the spring, offering a place of serenity amid the city's ever-present movement. Not far from the castle, another district tells a different story, Shinsekai, meaning New World. In the early 20th century, this area was envisioned as a futuristic utopia inspired by Paris and New York. But after World War II, it became a symbol of Osaka's struggle and rebirth. Its narrow streets are filled with nostalgic charm, where old-fashioned diners serve kushikatsu, deep-fried skewers of meat and vegetables, dipped into a communal sauce with strict etiquette, no double dipping. Above it all stands Tsutenkaka Tower, once the tallest structure in the city. In the 1950s, this area symbolized hope and post-war recovery, a beacon of resilience for the people of Osaka. Today, it remains a cultural landmark, its illuminated signs glowing just as brightly as they did decades ago. Yet, amid the city's energy, there are pockets of tranquility. The Shidonoji Temple, Japan's oldest Buddhist temple, has stood for 1,400 years. Within its ancient walls, the world slows down. The temple gardens offer a refuge from the noise, where koi fish glide through still waters, cherry trees bloom in delicate pink, and the soft chime of bells blends harmoniously with the distant hum of the city beyond. Osaka is a city of contrasts, where history and modernity exist side by side, where the streets pulse with movement but also offer moments of quiet reflection. It is a city that never stands still, yet never forgets its past. And above all, it is a city where every meal, every street corner, and every glowing sign invites you to experience its story. Because in Osaka, life is best enjoyed one bite at a time. Nara, a city where history and nature exist in perfect harmony, where time seems to slow, allowing visitors to walk in the footsteps of emperors, monks, and divine messengers. At the heart of Nara, towering above its ancient streets, stands Todaiji, one of Japan's most awe-inspiring temples. This magnificent wooden structure, the largest of its kind in the world, has stood for over 1,200 years, housing the great Buddha Daibutsu, a massive bronze statue sitting in eternal meditation. The light filters gently through the temple's vast wooden beams, casting a golden glow over the statue's serene face, inviting those who enter to pause and reflect in its presence. Just beyond the temple gates, a different kind of sacred presence awaits. In Nara Park, over 1,000 deer roam freely, moving gracefully between temple courtyards, shaded groves, and the pathways that wind through this historic landscape. These deer, considered messengers of the gods in Shinto tradition, interact peacefully with visitors, bowing in greeting before accepting special treats known as shika senbei. Their gentle presence adds to the mystical atmosphere, as if they, too, are guardians of this sacred land. The park's winding paths lead deep into ancient forests, where centuries-old maple trees create tunnels of shifting color. In autumn, their leaves turn into a blazing sea of red and gold, while in spring, delicate green shoots emerge, whispering promises of renewal. These paths lead to hidden shrines, places untouched by time, where stone lanterns stand as silent guides along the way. Among them is Kasuga-taisha, one of Nara's most revered shrines. Here, 3,000 lanterns illuminate the temple grounds, creating pathways of light that flicker against vermilion torii gates and moss-covered stone. During the lantern festivals, the shrine transforms into an ethereal dreamscape as the soft glow of candlelight dances in the night, mirroring the stars above. Pilgrims walk these sacred paths, their footsteps echoing on the ancient stones, accompanied by the soft rustle of deer moving among them. As dawn approaches, a thick mist blankets the park. The world is hushed, and in the soft morning light, the deer emerge from the trees, their silhouettes blending with the fog. It is a moment of pure stillness, a glimpse into a timeless Japan where nature and spirituality intertwine seamlessly. Bamboo Forest, Japan. Far from the bustling streets of modern Kyoto, the Hiroshima Bamboo Grove stands as a sanctuary of tranquility. Here, the world takes on a different rhythm, one dictated not by the rush of city life, but by the gentle sway of bamboo stalks in the wind. Walking into the forest is like stepping into another realm. Towering green stalks stretch toward the sky, their leaves forming a canopy that filters the sunlight into a soft, emerald glow. The path winds through a natural corridor of bamboo, each step accompanied by the faint rustling of leaves and the whisper of the breeze moving through the grove. This sound, recognized as one of Japan's 100 soundscapes of Japan, is more than just an auditory experience. It is a form of meditation, a moment of connection with nature. The forest invites visitors to slow down, to listen, to feel the rhythm of the earth beneath their feet. The tall, slender stalks sway gently, creaking softly as they brush against each other, creating a symphony of nature's quietest notes. It is a sound that has existed for centuries, unchanged, just as the bamboo itself has stood through generations of emperors, poets, and wanderers seeking peace. As the path winds deeper into the grove, the outside world fades away. The modern world seems distant, and what remains is a profound sense of calm, a feeling of being enveloped by nature's embrace. The bamboo stands as silent sentinels, guardians of a space where time holds no dominion. Here, in the heart of the bamboo forest, the human spirit finds stillness. The towering stalks remind us of resilience, their roots intertwined beneath the soil, forming a network of quiet strength. The filtered sunlight, the soft murmurs of the wind, and the gentle play of shadows create a dreamlike space, a sanctuary where one can escape, reflect, and reconnect with the essence of the natural world. Nara and Hiroshima, two places where Japan's ancient soul still lingers, where nature and history embrace in an unbroken dance. A journey through these landscapes is not just a passage through space, but through time itself. Okinawa, a world apart from the rest of Japan, where the land meets the sea in an endless embrace of turquoise waves and emerald forests. Here, life moves to a different rhythm, shaped by the gentle tides, the warm island breeze, and traditions that have endured for centuries. Stretching across the Pacific, the Okinawan archipelago is a chain of islands rich in history, biodiversity, and cultural depth. Beneath the surface of its crystal-clear waters lies a vibrant kingdom of coral reefs, teeming with marine life that dances to the currents of the ocean. These reefs, some of the most diverse on the planet, are the lifeblood of the sea, sheltering thousands of species and forming an underwater paradise unlike any other. Above the waves, Okinawa tells another story, one of resilience, adaptation, and survival. This is a land that once belonged to the independent Ryukyu Kingdom, a thriving maritime nation that traded with Imperial China and Southeast Asia. The remnants of this past still stand today, in the form of ancient castle ruins, such as Shuriho Castle, once the seat of power for the Ryukyuan kings. Though wars and time have worn down their walls, the spirit of the Ryukyu people remains unshaken, woven into every stone, every melody, every shared meal. Life in Okinawa follows the rhythms of nature and heritage, preserved in the coastal villages where elders, known for their longevity, live well beyond 100 years. These islanders are the keepers of timeless wisdom, passed down through dance, music, and rituals that have survived the passage of time. The traditional Issa dance, performed with vibrant costumes and rhythmic drumming, is a celebration of life itself, a connection between past and present, ancestors and descendants. The forests of Okinawa tell their own stories. In the mangroves, where saltwater and freshwater meet, rare species thrive in the tangled roots and winding waterways. The Iriomote wildcat, unseen by most, prowls the dense jungle, a living relic of an ancient ecosystem. Birds, crabs, and fish coexist in this shifting landscape, adapting with the rising and falling tides. Okinawa is a place where modernity and tradition blend seamlessly. In the bustling city of Naha, neon lights illuminate busy markets, where locals and visitors alike indulge in the island's distinct cuisine. Goya shampuru, a stir-fried dish of bitter melon and tofu, reflects the Okinawan philosophy of balance, both in flavor and in life. The people of these islands have mastered the art of living in harmony with nature, with history, and with one another. But above all, Okinawa is a land of resilience. Having endured centuries of political shifts, wars, and cultural changes, the spirit of its people remains unbreakable. It is a place where the line between land and sea is blurred, where history whispers through castle ruins and ocean waves alike. It is a story of survival, of beauty, and of a way of life that continues to defy time. This is Okinawa, an island where past and future merge, where the lessons of yesterday guide the generations of tomorrow, and where the pulse of the ocean beats in harmony with the rhythm of the people. Sapporo and Hokkaido. Hokkaido, the untamed northern frontier of Japan, a land where nature reigns supreme, where winters are long and harsh, and where the landscapes seem to stretch into eternity. As the seasons change, so too does the island's character. In the depths of winter, Hokkaido transforms into a frozen wonderland, where temperatures plummet to -40 degrees. Snow blankets the forests, rivers freeze in intricate patterns, and the wind howls through the mountains. Yet, amidst this icy expanse, life flourishes in ways both surprising and beautiful. At the heart of this frozen kingdom stands Sapporo, Hokkaido's capital and the last major city before the wilderness takes over. Here, modernity and tradition intertwine seamlessly. The city is famous for its namesake beer, brewed using some of the purest water in Japan, and for its February Snow Festival, a dazzling spectacle where giant ice sculptures turn the city into a living gallery of ephemeral art. Yet beneath the surface, Sapporo has adapted to its frigid climate in unique ways. An entire network of underground tunnels connects districts throughout the city, allowing residents to move freely even when the streets above are buried under meters of snow. In the warmth of these subterranean walkways, life continues uninterrupted, a testament to human resilience in one of Japan's most extreme climates. Beyond the city, Hokkaido's true wilderness unfolds. Vast forests stretch as far as the eye can see, home to brown bears and wild deer that roam freely through the land, their presence a reminder of nature's untamed power. Steaming hot springs, onsen, puncture the snow-covered landscape, creating natural oases where red-furred macaques soak in the mineral-rich waters, escaping the icy grip of winter. Even beneath this thick white blanket, Hokkaido conceals an ever-present force of nature. Volcanoes, hidden beneath layers of ice, fueling a unique ecosystem where life finds new ways to endure. Nikko. Far from the frozen landscapes of Hokkaido, another realm emerges, a place where mist rises through towering cedar forests, where spirits and nature merge in an unbroken harmony. This is Nikko, a sanctuary of history, spirituality, and natural wonder. Tucked away in the mountains, Nikko's shrines and temples emerge from dense vegetation, their vermilion gates standing as sentinels of the past. Every intricately carved gate, every golden rooftop tells the story of shoguns and monks who shaped the course of Japan's history. The most magnificent among them is Toshoga's Shrine, a dazzling mausoleum dedicated to Tokugawa Ieyasu, the shogun who unified Japan. Here, gilded carvings and elaborate pagodas embody an era where art and power were inseparable, where craftsmanship reached its pinnacle in the service of legacy. Water flows ceaselessly through this sacred land. Cascading waterfalls tumble between volcanic rocks, their mist hanging in the air like spirits lingering among the trees. Purifying fountains stand at temple entrances, inviting visitors to cleanse their hands before entering spaces of worship. Even in the stillness of the forest, the sound of running water is never far away, a reminder that in Nikko, nature is as much a part of the sacred as the temples themselves. Above, golden eagles soar effortlessly through the sky, their wings casting shadows over stone pathways worn smooth by centuries of footsteps. From the treetops, wild monkeys peer down at passing visitors, their curious eyes taking in the pilgrims who journey through these sacred grounds. To walk the stone roads of Nikko is to walk through history, through a world where every shrine, every gate, every towering cedar holds a memory of Japan's past. It is a place where time slows, where nature and spirituality intertwine, and where the whispers of emperors and monks still echo through the misty mountain air. Shirakawa. Nestled deep within the mountains of central Japan, Shirakawa-go is a village seemingly untouched by time. It is a place where tradition weaves itself into every structure, every season, and every way of life. Known for its breathtaking scenery and architectural heritage, this UNESCO World Heritage Site is one of Japan's most beautiful and best-preserved rural landscapes. The defining feature of Shirakawa-go is its gasozakuri houses, steep-roofed farmhouses designed to withstand the region's heavy snowfall. These houses, with their triangular roofs resembling hands pressed together in prayer, were built without nails, using joinery techniques perfected and passed down through generations. The slanted design allows the thick snow to slide off easily, preventing collapse under its immense weight. Each house, some of which are over 250 years old, stands as a testament to the ingenuity and resilience of the people who built them. Winter in Shirakawa-go transforms the village into a magical, snow-covered wonderland. Snow blankets every surface, reaching up to 3 meters in height, muffling sound and slowing time itself. Smoke rises from chimneys, drifting into the crisp mountain air, while light from paper lanterns glows warmly through frosted windows. Inside these gasozakuri homes, families gather in the upper floors, where silkworms are raised, a centuries-old practice that still continues today. As winter fades, Shirakawa-go awakens in a new light. Spring breathes life into the village, painting the fields in shades of green and pink. The terraced rice paddies, carved into the hillsides, glisten with water, reflecting the blue sky above. Farmers, following methods unchanged for centuries, plant rice seedlings with careful hands, their movements a silent homage to their ancestors. Summer is a time of abundance. The air is thick with the scent of fresh earth, and the village hums with activity. Fields of wildflowers bloom along the riverbanks, and the wooden bridges crossing the crystal-clear waters of the Shagawa River invite travelers to pause and take in the serenity of the landscape. The gasozakuri homes, covered in thick layers of thatch, provide cool shelter from the midday sun. Then comes autumn, the season of fire and gold. The surrounding mountains are set ablaze with the fiery hues of maple and ginkgo trees, their colors mirrored in the still waters of the rice paddies. The air carries the scent of burning firewood and harvest feasts as families prepare for the cold months ahead. It is a time of quiet reflection, of gratitude for the land and its endless cycle of renewal. But beyond its breathtaking scenery, Shirakawa is remarkable for its sense of community. Here, the tradition of still thrives a system of mutual cooperation where neighbors come together to repair thatched roofs, maintain pathways, and support one another through the changing seasons. In a world that often moves too fast, Shirakawa stands as a reminder of a simpler way of life, where heritage is not just preserved but lived. This is Shirakawa, where nature, tradition, and humanity exist in perfect harmony, where every season tells a new story, and where the past and present embrace in the shadow of the mountains. Himeji, from the heart of a modern city, rises a fortress that has stood the test of time for over 400 years. Himeji Castle, often called the White Heron Castle for its elegant, wing-like rooftops, is Japan's most magnificent and well-preserved feudal fortress. Its brilliant white walls, layered like feathers, create a sense of movement, as if the castle itself is poised to take flight. But beneath this ethereal beauty lies an impenetrable stronghold. Designed with military precision, the castle's complex layout is an intricate maze of passageways, blind corners, and secret doors, all carefully engineered to confuse and trap would-be invaders. The walls conceal arrow slits and hidden chambers where warriors once waited in silence. The surrounding gardens, serene and picturesque, mask deep moats invisible from the castle's main entrance. Here, deception was an art form, and every corridor told a story of both cunning strategy and refined craftsmanship. Ascending the stone steps, visitors travel through 6 floors of history, where the spirits of samurai and noble princesses still seem to linger. The topmost floor offers a breathtaking view of the surrounding city, a reminder that for centuries, this fortress was both a defensive stronghold and a symbol of unshakable power. Himeji Castle has withstood earthquakes, war, and the relentless march of time. Bombings during World War II reduced much of the surrounding city to rubble, yet the castle remained untouched, standing as an eternal guardian of Japan's rich past. It is more than just a monument. It is a living testament to military ingenuity, architectural refinement, and the resilience of a nation. Nagano and the Japanese Alps. Far from the towering white walls of Himeji, another realm of majesty unfolds in Japan's highest mountains. Nagano, a region shaped by the mighty Japanese Alps, is a land where nature's power and tranquility exist side by side. Here, in the heart of these mountains, winter never fully surrenders its grip. Snow blankets the peaks year-round, while deep valleys conceal some of Japan's most extraordinary sights. Among them are the famed red-faced macaques, Japan's snow monkeys who gather in steaming hot springs, their fur glistening with droplets of warm mineral water as they soak in serene contemplation. It is a scene of both wildness and peace, a reminder that even in the harshest environments, life adapts and thrives. The paths that wind through this alpine paradise lead through large forests that shift in color with the seasons. In autumn, they glow gold. In spring, they awaken with fresh greenery. Along these trails, Buddhist temples stand hidden in quiet groves, their wooden halls echoing with the soft chants of monks in meditation. The crisp mountain air carries the sound of wind chimes and the occasional rustling of leaves, a symphony of stillness that invites deep reflection. Towering above it all, the rugged mountain walls reach heights of over 3,000 meters. These peaks are home to creatures seldom seen, agile ibexes navigating sheer cliffs and golden eagles soaring effortlessly through the sky. In this high-altitude wilderness, nature remains untamed, untouched by time. Yet even in this remote land, human traditions endure. Mountain villages preserve ancient customs, including the cultivation of wasabi, a delicate, prized plant that thrives only in the pure, icy waters of alpine streams. This dedication to tradition extends to every aspect of life here, where self-sufficiency is a way of being, and the wisdom of past generations continues to shape daily existence. Winter transforms Nagano into a paradise for skiers and snowboarders, drawing adventurers from around the world to its pristine slopes. The powdery snow, considered among the best in the world, blankets the landscape in silent elegance. But when the snows melt, summer brings a different beauty, vast alpine meadows bursting with wildflowers that grow only at these great heights. Himeji and Nagano, two places separated by landscapes but bound by a shared spirit of endurance. One, a castle of stone and history, standing tall against the sky. The other, a land of mountains and timeless nature, where tradition and wilderness intertwine. Together, they tell the story of Japan's past and present, where strength and beauty walk hand in hand. Kanazawa. 600 years ago, Kanazawa rivaled Kyoto in wealth and influence. It was a city of refined culture, where art and tradition flourished, where powerful samurai ruled, and where geisha performed in exclusive tea houses, their melodies drifting through lantern-lit streets. Even today, echoes of this golden age remain. In the Higashichaya district, the past comes alive. Wooden tea houses line narrow lanes, their facades adorned with delicate paper lanterns. The air carries the soft strains of the shamisen, a traditional three-stringed instrument whose music spills from the windows of hidden tea houses. Geisha, dressed in intricate silk kimonos, still walk these streets, embodying an art that has been preserved for centuries. Their performances, a delicate blend of dance, song, and conversation, are living remnants of Kanazawa's elegant past. Beyond the tea houses, another masterpiece of time and patience awaits, the Kinrikuen Garden. Considered one of Japan's 3 most beautiful gardens, it was built over 2 centuries by the city's lords, each generation adding to its perfection. Streams wind through manicured landscapes, their flow carefully designed to mimic the natural beauty of wild rivers. Stone bridges arch gracefully over koi-filled ponds, while seasonal flowers bloom in a rhythmic dance dictated by nature. In winter, the garden takes on an almost ethereal beauty as its pine trees are draped in delicate yukitsuri ropes, protecting their branches from heavy snow. But Kanazawa's past is not only found in its gardens and geisha quarters. It is also preserved within the walls of Nagamachi, the historic samurai district. Here, the houses of the warrior class remain intact, their earthen walls and wooden gates standing as silent guardians of a bygone era. Inside these homes, secret rooms and hidden passages reveal the strategies of samurai life, designed to protect their inhabitants from unseen threats. Some families still live in these homes, continuing the legacy of those who once defended the city with their swords and honor. Ishigaki and the Yaima Islands. Far to the south, where the rhythm of life is dictated not by history, but by the sea, lies Ishigaki and the Yaima Islands, Japan's tropical paradise. Just 200 kilometers from Taiwan, this archipelago exists in another world, where the ocean shimmers in infinite shades of blue, and where the line between sky and water dissolves into an endless horizon. Beneath these crystal-clear waters lies an untouched realm of coral reefs, home to an explosion of marine life. Here, giant manta rays glide effortlessly through the deep, their massive wings casting shadows over schools of iridescent fish. Sea turtles nest on the white sand beaches, their ancient migration cycles uninterrupted by time. Life on these islands moves to the rhythm of the tides. In the early morning, fishermen set sail in wooden boats, following the same paths their ancestors once navigated. They cast their nets into the waters, guided not by modern technology, but by the instincts and traditions passed down through generations. Their villages remain untouched by the rush of city life, where simplicity and harmony with nature are not just ideals, but a way of being. Beyond the beaches, the landscape shifts into dense mangrove forests. Here, twisting roots form natural labyrinths, their gnarled forms rising from brackish waters. Within these tangled ecosystems, islanders gather medicinal herbs, their knowledge of the land an inheritance from the elders who came before them. The air hums with the sound of insects, birds, and the distant crash of waves, a symphony of the untamed world. As night falls, the heartbeat of the islands quickens. Traditional festivals come alive, their rituals steeped in mystery and legend. The deep resonance of drums fills the air, their rhythm pulsating like the ocean itself. Dancers, adorned in demon masks, move to the beat, reenacting ancient stories that exist only in this remote corner of Japan. Under the glow of torches, the island's past and present merge in a spectacle that has remained unchanged for centuries. Kanazawa and Ishigaki, two places separated by distance, yet united by their devotion to tradition. One, a city where samurai, geisha, and artisans shaped centuries of culture. The other, a tropical sanctuary where the wisdom of the sea and the land continues to guide its people. Both are testaments to Japan's incredible diversity, a country where history and nature exist in a harmony as timeless as the waves that lap against its shores. Kamakura, a city where history lingers in the sea breeze, where the echoes of samurai footsteps can still be heard along ancient mountain paths. Once the political center of Japan, Kamakura remains a place where past and present intertwine, where ocean waves set the rhythm of daily life, and where spiritual serenity coexists with the remnants of a warrior's legacy. At the heart of this historic city stands the Great Buddha of Kamakura. Towering 13 meters high, this immense bronze statue has watched over the land since 1252, its gaze unshaken by the passing centuries. Through earthquakes, typhoons, and wars, the Great Buddha has endured, a silent witness to the ever-changing landscape of Japan. With its hands resting in meditative stillness, it embodies the resilience and tranquility that define Kamakura itself. Beyond the Buddha, hidden within temple grounds, Zen monks continue their daily rituals. In quiet courtyards, they meticulously rake sand gardens, shaping intricate patterns that symbolize the vastness of the universe. Each stroke of the rake is an act of mindfulness, a meditation in motion. The scent of burning incense drifts through the temple corridors, blending with the salty air carried in from the nearby sea, creating an atmosphere of profound peace. Winding mountain paths connect these sacred sites, leading deep into the forested hills where ancient shrines remain hidden among the trees. Once, these paths were traveled by samurai who sought divine guidance before heading into battle. Today, they are walked by pilgrims and seekers of tranquility, drawn by the same desire for reflection and connection with something greater than themselves. But Kamakura is not only a city of silence and meditation. It is also a place of vibrant tradition and celebration. Each July, the city bursts into color for the Tanabata Festival. The streets fill with dazzling lanterns, glowing like stars fallen from the sky. Strips of paper inscribed with wishes flutter from bamboo branches, carrying hopes and dreams into the summer night. The steady beat of traditional drums echoes through the streets as dancers in colorful yukata move to the ancient rhythms, celebrating the celestial reunion of two lovers separated by the Milky Way. This is Kamakura, a city of contrasts, where the wisdom of the past meets the pulse of the present. A place where warriors once sought strength, where monks cultivate stillness, and where the ocean whispers the stories of those who came before. Here, history is not just remembered. It is felt in every breeze, in every footstep, and in the quiet majesty of the great Buddha who watches over it all. Hakone, a place where the earth breathes, where the land itself whispers of ancient power, and where nature and history intertwine in an unbroken dance. Just 2 hours from Tokyo, this volcanic valley is a world apart, a landscape shaped by fire, water, and time. Here, the earth boils beneath your feet. The Owakudani Valley, known as the Great Boiling Valley, is alive with sulfuric steam rising from fissures in the ground. The air is thick with the scent of minerals, and the landscape is a patchwork of white rock and bubbling pools. It is in this extreme environment that a peculiar tradition has taken root: black eggs, cooked in the scalding waters of the hot springs. The shells, blackened by sulfur, contain eggs that are said to add 7 years to one's life, a local secret passed down for generations. Above this otherworldly valley, a cable car soars through the steam-filled sky, offering a breathtaking view of Mount Fuji in the distance. On clear days, the snow-capped peak stands in majestic contrast to the rugged terrain below, drifting silently over the volcanic landscape. The journey is both exhilarating and surreal, a glimpse into the raw, untamed energy that shapes Japan's geography. Below, winding its way through the valley, lies an ancient path of black stones, one of the last surviving sections of the legendary Takayama Road. Once, this path echoed with the footsteps of samurai, merchants, and travelers making their way between Tokyo and Kyoto. Each stone, worn smooth by centuries of passage, tells a silent story of perseverance and purpose. Walking this historic trail is to walk in the footsteps of the past, tracing the journey of those who shaped Japan's history. At the heart of Hakone, nestled among the hills, lies the serene expanse of Lake Ashi, a lake formed by volcanic eruption. Its tranquil waters now serve as a mirror to the towering mountains that cradle it. Traditional boats, designed like ancient ships, drift lazily across its surface, their sails catching the gentle wind. As they glide through the mist, they pass by a striking sight, the vermilion torii gate of Hakone Shrine, rising dramatically from the water's edge. This gate, standing in stark contrast against the lake's cool blue, is a symbol of the spiritual presence that has long watched over this sacred landscape. But Hakone is not just a place of natural wonder, it is also a sanctuary for art. One of Japan's largest outdoor museums is nestled among its forests, where colossal sculptures stand hidden between trees and hot springs. Here, modern creativity meets ancient nature, as towering statues and surreal installations blend seamlessly with the rolling hills and bubbling streams. Art and landscape merge into a single experience, transforming the act of wandering into a journey of discovery. Hakone is a place where history lingers, where the forces of the earth shape both land and legend. It is a land of fire and water, of mist and stone, where the past speaks through the mountains and the future shimmers on the surface of the lake. A place where every step is a step through time, where the spirit of Japan is written in steam and stone. Nagasaki, a city unlike any other in Japan, a place where cultures have converged for centuries, where history has left deep scars, and where the spirit of resilience shines brighter than ever. Nestled between the mountains and the sea, Nagasaki's streets tell a story of diversity, adaptation, and survival. Here, Catholic churches stand beside Buddhist temples, their architectural contrasts reflecting a centuries-old fusion of faiths. In the heart of the Chinese Quarter, the Confucian Shrine, the only one of its kind in Japan, stands as a testament to the rich cultural exchange that has shaped this city. The story of Nagasaki's diversity begins in the 1500s when Portuguese explorers arrived on its shores, bringing with them not only goods for trade, but also Christianity. The faith spread quickly, establishing some of Japan's first Catholic communities. But as political tensions rose, Christianity was outlawed, and its followers were forced into hiding. In remote hillside villages, they continued to worship in secret, preserving their beliefs through whispered prayers and hidden symbols. For centuries, These hidden Christians carried on their traditions in silence until Japan reopened to the world and their faith could finally emerge from shadows. But history would test Nagasaki once more. On August 9th, 1945, the city was forever changed when it became the target of the second atomic bomb. The explosion reshaped the land, leaving devastation in its wake. Yet from the ruins, Nagasaki rose again, not just as a rebuilt city, but as a beacon of peace and remembrance. At the heart of this message stands the Nagasaki Peace Park. Here, statues and monuments from around the world pay tribute to the victims and carry a message of hope for a world without nuclear weapons. The centerpiece is the iconic peace statue, a towering figure with one hand pointing to the sky in warning and the other stretched outward in a gesture of peace. Nearby, the Nagasaki Atomic Bomb Museum preserves the memories of that fateful day, ensuring that future generations never forget the cost of war. But Nagasaki is not only a city of remembrance, it is also a place of profound beauty and reflection. Japanese gardens, with their perfectly raked gravel and serene koi ponds, offer quiet spaces for contemplation. Lantern-lit pathways lead visitors through lush landscapes where history and nature intertwine, creating an atmosphere of both remembrance and renewal. As the sun sets over Nagasaki's harbor, the city's lights flicker to life, reflecting off the water like 1,000 glowing lanterns. It is a sight that speaks of endurance, of a city that has seen the depths of despair yet continues to shine. This is Nagasaki, a city of contrasts, of tragedy and triumph, of sorrow and hope. A place where cultures meet, where history is honored, and where the future is embraced with an unwavering belief in peace. Yokohama, a city shaped by the sea, where the past and future merge in a stunning display of transformation. Once a humble fishing village, it has grown into a global metropolis, a gateway between Japan and the world, where towering skyscrapers now stand upon land that was once ocean. For over 150 years, cargo ships have crossed Yokohama Bay, bringing with them goods, cultures, and ideas from distant shores. The city's identity is inseparable from the sea, its skyline reflected in the ever-moving waters, its harbors buzzing with trade and innovation. At the heart of this modern marvel is Minato Mirai, harbor of the future. Once an expanse of water, this district rose from the sea through ambitious engineering, transforming reclaimed land into a futuristic cityscape. Here, sleek glass skyscrapers reach for the clouds, mirroring the ever-changing sky above. The landmark tower, once Japan's tallest building, watches over the bay, a symbol of progress and ambition. But Yokohama has not forgotten its past. The Motomachi district, with its European-inspired architecture, preserves the elegance of an earlier era. In the late 19th century, foreign merchants settled here, leaving behind cobblestone streets lined with stylish boutiques and cafes that still retain their international charm. The scent of freshly brewed coffee mingles with the sea breeze, carrying echoes of conversations that once shaped Yokohama's history. Further along, the vibrant streets of Chinatown come alive with the glow of red lanterns, their soft light reflecting off ornate gates adorned with golden dragons. This is the largest Chinatown in Japan, a cultural enclave where the aroma of roasted duck, steamed dumplings, and exotic spices fills the air. Here, tradition thrives in the rhythm of woks sizzling and the chatter of shopkeepers selling handcrafted goods. On the waterfront, another piece of Yokohama's history stands proudly, the red brick warehouse. Built during the Meiji era, this structure once stored the silk that traveled across oceans to European markets. Today, it has been transformed into a bustling cultural and shopping hub, where modern creativity meets industrial heritage. Inside, art exhibitions, cafes, and music performances bring new life to the historic walls, making it a bridge between old and new. As night falls, the city lights reflect in the bay, turning the water into a mirror of neon and gold. At its center, The Cosmo Clock 21 Ferris wheel turns steadily, a beacon of Yokohama's ever-moving spirit. It marks the passage of time in a city that never truly sleeps, where the whispers of history blend with the hum of innovation, creating a harmony that is uniquely its own. This is Yokohama, a city that rose from the sea, where past and future exist in perfect balance, and where the horizon is not a limit, but an invitation to dream beyond it. Kyushu and Mount Aso. Kyushu, Japan's third-largest island, is a land of fire and water, shaped by the restless forces beneath its surface. Sitting at the crossroads of cultures, it is the closest part of Japan to Korea and China, and its landscapes reflect a unique fusion of natural power and human resilience. Kyushu's defining feature is its volcanoes, over 300 of them, scattered across the island like ancient sentinels. They have sculpted a landscape unlike any other, where mountains rise from the mist, thermal waters bubble from the earth, and entire towns thrive in the shadow of these living giants. Among them, none is as awe-inspiring as Mount Aso. This colossal volcano is home to the world's largest active crater, a place where the very breath of the earth escapes through steaming vents, sending clouds of sulfurous mist billowing toward the sky. Standing at the rim, gazing into its depths, one can feel the pulse of the planet, a reminder that the forces that shape this land are still very much alive. The surrounding landscape is almost otherworldly. Vast plains stretch in all directions, covered in volcanic ash that has nourished the land for thousands of years. Wild horses gallop across these prairies, their presence adding to the untamed beauty of the region. The winds carry the scent of mineral-rich soil, a reminder of both destruction and renewal. Where fire once raged, life now flourishes. Beyond the crater, hidden valleys and rolling hills conceal villages that have adapted to the raw power of nature. Here, people have built homes from volcanic stone, their walls standing strong against the trembling earth. Fields of lush green crops grow in soil enriched by past eruptions, a testament to the balance between destruction and creation. Farmers cultivate rice, tea, and vegetables in these fertile lands, their livelihoods tied to the rhythms of the volcano. Kyushu is not just a land of fire, it is also a land of water. The volcanic heat that shapes its mountains also fuels countless hot springs onsen that the region. From the steaming baths of Beppu to the secluded springs hidden deep in the forests, these natural spas offer a place of healing, where travelers and locals alike find solace in the warm embrace of the earth's waters. This is Kyushu, a land forged by fire, tempered by time, and enriched by the resilience of those who call it home. And at its heart, Mount Aso stands as a reminder that nature is both creator and destroyer, an eternal force shaping the land and the lives of those who live within its reach. Kobe, a city of resilience where land meets sea, where tradition meets modernity, and where every street tells a story of rebirth. Nestled between the Rocco Mountains and the vast waters of Osaka Bay, Kobe has always been shaped by its geography. It is a city defined by movement of ships crossing the harbor, of people flowing through bustling markets, and of cultures weaving together in a dynamic tapestry of history and innovation. At its commercial core lies Sanemiya and Motomachi, where sleek shopping centers stand alongside small, tucked-away boutiques hidden within covered galleries. The energy of the city pulses through these districts as locals and travelers alike navigate its lively streets, discovering treasures from both Japan and abroad. But Kobe's true essence is found in its ability to embrace the world while maintaining its own unique identity. Nowhere is this more evident than in Kitano, where European-style villas line the hills, relics of the first foreign merchants who arrived in the 19th century. These stately homes, with their intricate woodwork and Western-style gardens, tell the story of Kobe's role as one of Japan's first international trading ports. The past lingers in their halls, a reminder of the city's deep-rooted connections to global culture. As the sun sets, Kobe's harbor transforms into a spectacle of light. The port, once a simple gateway for trade, now glows with a constellation of reflections on the water. Ships continue to navigate routes established centuries ago, their lights flickering like stars upon the bay. And rising above it all, the iconic port tower stands as a beacon, a symbol of Kobe's forward-looking spirit, its lattice structure glowing red against the night sky. In the narrow alleys of Nankinmachi, Kobe's Chinatown, another story unfolds. Here, the Chinese community has preserved its heritage for generations, infusing the city with vibrant flavors and traditions. The air is thick with the aroma of spices, mingling with the fresh sea breeze as dumpling stalls and roasted duck vendors tempt passersby. The red lanterns cast a warm glow over the streets, illuminating a rich cultural legacy that remains as vital today as it was centuries ago. Yet, for many, Kobe is synonymous with one thing: Wagyu beef. In the city's lively markets, butchers carefully select and prepare the finest cuts, their skills passed down through generations. This world-renowned delicacy, known for its unmatched marbling and melt-in-your-mouth texture, has placed Kobe on the global culinary map. In local teppanyaki restaurants, skilled chefs cook each slice with precision, transforming simple ingredients into an unforgettable experience. Kobe is a city that has faced adversity and risen stronger each time. From the devastation of the Great Hanshin earthquake in 1995 to its continued evolution as a global hub, it stands as a testament to resilience, reinvention, and an unbreakable connection to the world beyond its shores. This is Kobe, a city that looks to the future without forgetting its past, where the mountains embrace the sea, and where every moment is a story waiting to be told. Takayama, a town nestled in the heart of the Japanese Alps, where time seems to stand still and the spirit of old Japan lingers in every street, every wooden building, and every whispered breeze through the mountains. Far from the neon lights of Tokyo and the ancient grandeur of Kyoto, Takayama preserves the quiet elegance of the Edo period. Its stone-paved streets, lined with beautifully preserved wooden houses, offer a rare glimpse into a past where tradition and craftsmanship shaped everyday life. Each structure, with its dark timber facades and paper-screened windows, tells a story of generations who have walked these paths before. The town awakens each morning with the vibrant energy of its famous morning market along the Miyajima River. Here, local farmers and artisans gather to share their produce and handmade goods. The scent of freshly harvested vegetables blends with the aroma of warm rice cakes, while delicate handicrafts woven baskets, intricate wood carvings, and hand-dyed fabrics showcase the artistic heritage of the Hida region. Among Takayama's most treasured landmarks stands the Takayama Jinya, a rare surviving Edo period government complex. Once the administrative center of the region, this well-preserved building now serves as a museum, where visitors can explore tatami-lined rooms, old court chambers, and secretive archives that reveal the intricacies of feudal Japan. No visit to Takayama is complete without a stroll through the Sanmachi-Suji district. Here, ancient sake distilleries stand side by side with quaint souvenir shops, their storefronts adorned with sujidama large, spherical bundles of cedar leaves that signal the arrival of freshly brewed sake. Inside, the air is rich with the scent of fermentation, as generations of brewers continue the centuries-old craft of creating Takayama's famed rice wine. A short walk away, the Hidasenogu Shrine sits quietly among towering cedars. This sacred site plays a central role in the Takayama Festival, one of Japan's most spectacular celebrations, where exquisitely decorated floats glide through the streets, illuminated by lanterns, accompanied by the sound of flutes and taiko drums. As we wrap up our adventure through Japan, we hope this journey has transported you to its peaceful temples, stunning landscapes, and the countless hidden gems that make this country so special. Let these stories be an invitation to explore Japan for yourself, to wander its ancient streets, experience its rich traditions, and uncover the magic that awaits around every corner. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to subscribe to Globetrotteria for more incredible travel experiences. See you in the next adventure.